Okay, so you know those weeks, the ones where your brain just feels completely frazzled.
Uh-huh. Definitely know the feeling.
And sometimes you just crave a wine that feels like, I don't know, something more, something with real character, makes you slow down.
Absolutely. Something that tells a story, not just tastes nice. It feels rarer these days, doesn't it?
It really does.
Yeah.
And that search, that's what brings us to our deep dive today. We're looking at the 2016 Gulfi Pinot Noir. They call it a Sicilian beauty.
Right. And our source is this really detailed, honest review from Wineful Living. It's a great personal take on the wine.
Exactly. And what's great about this review for a deep dive isn't just the notes.
Yeah.
It's how it gets into the why behind the why.
Yeah, that's what grabbed me too. It's not just what it tastes like, but why it gets such strong reactions. Some love it, some not so much.
So our mission here is really to unpack that. What makes this wine tick? Why the divide?
Yeah.
And ultimately, help you figure out if its unique thing is worth that price tag for you.
Precisely. Does that character justify the investment? Let's find out.
Okay, so imagine this. You save this bottle, right, for that perfect moment. The reviewer uncorks it and immediately knows, okay, this isn't casual Tuesday night stuff. This needs attention.
Yeah, it signals that right away, apparently. The overall score was, 7.5 out of 10? Which is solid, but hints it's not perfect across the board.
So what gives that immediate pay attention vibe? The review mentioned the look first.
Right, the appearance. Deep garnet, but also a little hazy. Described as unfiltered.
Which sounds like a flaw, maybe.
But it's not. The reviewer stresses it's a sign of character, minimal intervention. Like, it's proud of not being overly polished. A bit like some of those bolder Pinots, maybe like unshackled, but distinctly Sicilian.
Okay, I get that. So visually different. Now, the review highlights some immediate pros. Let's tick those off.
Yeah, the big ones were certified organic and biodynamic, a major plus for the reviewer.
That feels increasingly important to people.
Definitely. Then there's that authentic Sicilian earthiness, real depth that unfolds over time, apparently a gorgeous texture, and just a standout character. It's not trying to be a Burgundy or an Oregon Pinot.
And organic and biodynamic in Sicily. Does that directly translate to that earthiness, or is it more about the philosophy?
I think it's both, really. It's about farming in a way that lets the terroir, the soil, the climate, everything speak. So yeah, that commitment likely enhances that authentic earthy profile the reviewer picked up on. It lets the place shine through.
Sounds amazing if you're looking for something truly distinct. But there's always another side, right? The cons or considerations.
Exactly. Character often comes with demands. First off, it needs time to breathe, like significant time, 30, maybe 45 minutes minimum.
Okay, so patience is key. What else?
The finish is described as smoky, maybe a bit austere, not plush or fruity, so that won't be everyone's cup of tea or glass of wine.
And if you're expecting a light, delicate Pinot.
This isn't it. It's intense. Could be overwhelming if you're not prepared.
And the big one, the price, $97.
Yep. Puts it firmly in special occasion territory. It's an investment.
Let's circle back to the good stuff, though, the aromas. Before even tasting it, the reviewer mentions smoky dark cherries, dried Mediterranean herbs.
Mm-hmm.
This earthy depth sounds transportive.
It does, doesn't it? Like smelling a Sicilian hillside. And those aromas, they kind of set the stage, build that anticipation for the complexity to come. It's not shy.
Okay, so appearance, aroma, setting quite the stage. Then the first sip is called a pure revelation.
Wow.
What makes a first sip that powerful?
It means it delivered on that aromatic promise and then some, I guess. The reviewer got this immediate hit of earthy complexity, but with rich, dark fruit, blackberry, black cherry.
Not just earth, then. Fruit, too.
Right, but also this underlying savory thing, like wild mushrooms, maybe even a hint of game, very complex for Pinot Noir.
And then the mid-palate added more layers. Tobacco, baking spices, dark chocolate.
Yeah.
Just whispers, though.
Subtle notes, yeah. And this whole profile is what makes it so not a New World fruit bomb. Can we unpack that fruit bomb idea a bit?
Good idea.
Yeah.
For listeners maybe more used to, say, California Pinots.
Right. A fruit bomb often leads with intense, maybe even jammy fruit.
Yeah.
It's about that immediate, powerful fruit impact. This Gulfi, though, leans into earth, savory notes, structure. It's showcasing its origin, that Sicilian terroir, not just ripe fruit.
So the place over just pure fruit expression.
Exactly. It's a different philosophy. And that finish, long, smoky, a bit of tannin, it all fits that complex picture.
And again, that patience thing needs 45 minutes to really show its best self.
Absolutely. The review is clear. Wait for it. And it softens, reveals more nuance. The payoff is there.
That patience theme continues. But this wine, it seems, also requires patience from your friends, potentially. It's polarizing.
Huh, yeah, the reviewer shared it. One friend, Sophie, found it overwhelming, like it was trying too hard. Prefers lighter stuff.
Okay, and the other reaction?
Their neighbor, Tom, an Italian wine collector, totally impressed. Loved the authenticity, the depth. Completely different take.
So why does that happen? Why do some wines just split the room like that?
It's often a sign of strong character, honestly. Wines designed to please everyone can end up being a bit bland sometimes. This one clearly has a point of view. It's unapologetically itself.
And the online reviews mentioned in the source said the same thing.
Yep. Echoed that split. Some raved about the terroir expression, the old world soul. Others were like, whoa, not what I expect from Pinot Noir.
There was a quote the reviewer liked.
Yeah. It reminds me of why I love old world wines. It tells a story rather than trying to please everyone. I think that sums it up perfectly.
So in 2025, maybe being polarizing isn't a bad thing, especially when so many wines feel engineered.
I think that's exactly right. It feels refreshing to find something with genuine character, even if it's challenging. It makes you talk, makes you think, a bit like, say, lingua franca wines can sometimes do. They have a definite vision.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
It creates a deeper connection for those who do click with it.
Precisely. Okay, let's talk food. Pairing this kind of intensity.
Right. The reviewer had that great analogy, don't bring this motorcycle of a wine to a bicycle race of a dish.
Love that. It means you need food with backbone, food that can stand up to it, mirror its flavors, or offer a counterpoint without getting lost.
So the suggestions were things like wild mushroom risotto.
Yeah, earthy meets earthy. Makes perfect sense. Or herb-crusted lamb chops, that gamey note the wine has, would resonate.
Duck breast with cherry reduction was another one. Richness and fruit.
Exactly, balancing the intensity. And aged cheeses, keeping it regional with pecorino siciliano, even grilled eggplant with herbs.
Yeah.
Lots of robust flavors.
And the reviewer tried it with something simpler, too.
Yeah, pan-seared chicken thigh. And apparently the wine's earthiness worked beautifully with that crispy caramelized skin. So it can work with simpler things if the preparation has some intensity.
Good to know. Beyond food, though, the serving advice seemed critical. Temperature and breathing.
Absolutely crucial. Cellar temp, so around 60-65 Fahrenheit, not warmer room temp. And that 30-minute minimum breathing time we keep mentioning.
What happens if you skip that? Just pour and drink?
It'll likely seem closed off, maybe harsh. Those smoky, austere elements might dominate, and you'd miss the fruit, the nuance underneath. It really needs to unwind.
And serving it too warm.
Makes the alcohol feel more pronounced, muddles the flavors. Too cold, and you mute everything. Getting it right lets it sort of blossom in the glass.
Okay, which leads us right to the $1 million, well, $97 question.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
It really, really depends on what you personally value. The review argues, yes, if you value organic biodynamic practices, if you seek out unique character and wines that scream sense of place, if you appreciate that kind of authentic, non-mainstream experience, then yeah, the value is there beyond just the liquid.
And the quality itself holds up. Still drinking well now in
Right.
2025 from a 2016 vintage.
Apparently so. That speaks volumes about the craftsmanship and its potential to age. Makes it interesting for collectors maybe looking for something different than another Napa Cab or Burgundy.
So who isn't it for? Let's be clear.
Right. If you want something easy, predictable, fruit-forward for just chilling out after work, probably not this one. There are great, more accessible Pinot for that the review mentioned Mineral Springs Ranch as a lovely, maybe more approachable example.
This is more for a specific mood or a specific drinker.
I'd say both.
Yeah.
Adventurous drinkers, people who like complexity, who don't mind being challenged a bit, those who prioritize the organic biodynamic side and are willing to pay for that minimal intervention approach.
Maybe even people who like bold reds, but find big Cabernets a bit much sometimes. This offers intensity differently.
That's a good point. It could hit a sweet spot there. It's really about that authentic, traditional Sicilian expression taking priority over broad commercial appeal.
It doesn't try to fit in the box.
Not at all. Which, as the reviewer suggested, is like that friend who is just unapologetically themselves. Maybe challenging sometimes, but always authentic, leaves an impression.
And in today's wine world, maybe that kind of authenticity, that regional character, is more important than ever.
I think so. This wine demands your attention, your patience, sure. But the review concludes that the conversation it gives you back, totally worth it.
Which leaves us with a final thought to chew on.
Yeah. If a wine can reveal such depth and tell a story just by getting a bit of patience and attention, what else in your life, maybe an experience, an object, even an idea, might show you a deeper, more authentic character if you just gave it that same kind of time and focus?